Hello everybody and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2. So, if you recall at the end of the last part, I got up to 199 stars. But as you can see, I never got 200. Well, that's because after I recorded the last video, I decided to go back to that one green star that I could not get in Bowser's Gravity Gauntlet to see what sort of tactic that I could use so that I actually could get in this time. And when I was able to figure it out, I accidentally grabbed it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to get it so I can at least show off what exactly that I did in order for me that I figured out in order for me to be able to actually get that star. And even then, even though I figured out how to actually be able to get it, it still took me a while to actually be able to it still took me a while for me to be able to reach there. And you're probably going to see it here too. Now, what you have to do is stay on the far down right side, off of this walkway here. Then as you make your way northwest. Then try your best to get not only a double jump but also a triple jump too. But as you can see, yeah, the reason once again that it still took me a while is because not only do you really need the momentum in order not only do you need the momentum before you actually get to utilize your triple jump. But you also need to make sure that you're actually going in the actual right, in the actual proper, direction. Excuse me. Yeah, so, yeah, it definitely took me a while for me to be able to get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. And with that, at the very least, I got to show off me actually getting that one green star that I just could not figure out how to get last time. Okay, so now that we're done with that, and I've gotten Power Star number 200, and also now that we're done with Space Storm, Upside Dizzy, and Blue Moon Galaxies. Now we're gonna move on to Slipsand Galaxies Green Stars. But anyways, now that guy's done, it's time to go back to Luigi! Okay, everyone. Now for the first green star, it is, I would say it is, or should I say, for all three of these green stars in this galaxy are also right next to each other as well. But all three of them require us to go a bit far away, pass through not only these fire chains, but also get past those, but you also get past those birds that drop bombs, and also that section that we can utilize the fire flower for. Yeah, it actually does take a while for you to get up to all three of them. So, and especially with, not to mention with this sand, going against where we actually need to go. So essentially, yeah, getting these free green stars is definitely gonna take us a while for us to be able to get at least just one of them. And I think, and as you'll probably see, yep, there it is. Yeah, as you may have saw there, yeah, the first green star is right down that sandfall. So yeah, you definitely have to make sure that you can actually get that without actually missing it, because otherwise, down you go. But thankfully, there is that checkpoint just before we actually attempt it. So thankfully, if we just happen to die, we can easily just spawn back here. Okay, now we're just gonna drop like instantly. Like yeah, we just gotta like instantly drop, and booyah! There we go. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, ba-dam. Okay, everyone, now we got that one. Now, for the other two green stars, both of them actually require you to go down that big sand slide. Now, the first one is just before those rolling flumps, those rollers, those rollers actually show up. And the third one is actually just before the last set of rollers actually try to squish you. So yeah, once again, it is never going to take us a while for us to be able to get all of these green stars in this place. And that is definitely a great start for this. Yeah, considering that I had to get myself burned from that shit. Okay, now we made it back here. And now it's time for the big sand slide. Now, actually I forget on which side of the slide that I had to go to first. Oh, nope. Yeah, I just saw it before I just fell. Yep. It's actually on the left side that I have to go to. Yeah, it is actually on the left side that we actually have to go to. Yep. It's actually on the left side that we actually get the second one. And then we get the third one on the right side. Right. Yeah, I thought it was on the right side first, then the left. But no, it's actually on the left side first, then the right. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, 202 stars. Yeah, we are slowly but surely getting there at this point. But as another guy said, if there's any green stars that I can't possibly get, then I'm probably gonna be skipping out on them. Yeah, this one's gonna be a flavor that that we're not gonna probably be able to get everything. But we shall see. How things go. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, that roller literally just touched me, but I did not get squished. Yeah, I actually thought, for the fact that I touched it, I thought I got squished there. Yeah, I'm really surprised that I did not get squished there. Yeah, considering, yeah, as I said, I literally just touched it. But I was not close enough that I actually did not get squished by it. Okay, now for the next set of green stars. I'll save the Fluzzard one for later. Yeah, I'll go to Shiverburn next. Yeah, with that fly one, we're probably going to be there a lot more longer than this. But it really depends how things go for this one, considering that 2 of the 3 green stars for Shiverburn are definitely trial and error ones. Now, the first one is actually a lot more simpler to get than you would think. Now, we can only get access to this first green star after you've turned off the lava. After you turned off the lava, because the only place that we haven't really been to in this first area is actually inside of that little volcano over there. Yeah, you may have saw within that intro sequence to this mission. Yeah, you may have saw just like a little glimpse of it. Yeah. That's these. Oh god, oh god, oh whoa. Oh god, that was way too close. I was way too close to me dying there. But anyways, everyone now, as I was saying, yeah, you may have saw in that intro sequence into this mission that you may have saw the green star inside of the volcano over there. Yeah. But anyways, everyone, now that we've completely frozen everything, and now we can actually clearly see it way over there. So yeah, all you have to do for this one, you simply just gotta turn off, you simply just gotta freeze everything. Yeah, it's really nothing too difficult. But as I said with the other two, they're really trial and error purposes, really. Yeah, they definitely are. And these ones could definitely take you a few tries. Yeah, trial and error ones that could definitely take you really a major few tries to get. Wow. Yeah, you'll see what I mean for when we actually get to them. Okay, everybody. Now for the second green star is actually shit. Yeah, I did not want to launch myself into that launch star, and that's why I essentially held the control stick back so I can make sure that I do not launch myself right into that launch star. Yeah, that right there was my bad. But anyways, everyone now, as I was saying, now the second green star for this galaxy is actually, just a pass to where that launch star is. Now we actually have to go towards the back way of the launch star because where it's located, it is actually on the right side of this firewall, these firewalls. Yeah, and we essentially have to get it just as soon as the platform that we can actually reach to, so then we can actually get the green star and not fall into the lava like I just did. Yeah, like I said, this one is still going to be a little bit of trial and error because, well, let's just say, yeah, you're definitely going to have to wait for that platform to show up. Yeah, not only do you have to wait for a platform that you can actually reach to so that you can actually get it, but you also have to make sure that you don't get yourself, knocked out by any of the Octumbas. But also, you gotta be sure that you don't go towards way too close to the firewalls, so that you don't get yourself close to the firewalls either. But anyways, yeah, that's what you should be good. And go. And got it. There we go. Okay, it only took me like essentially 3 tries for us to be able to get that. I suppose that's not too shabby, I guess. Okay, now for the third one, it's definitely gonna be more trial and error because getting this one. Now, for those of you who recall, just a little bit farther past, now past those 2 firewalls. Just a little bit past those 2 firewalls is where we got to, where we saw like a singular cloud with a 1-up on it. Yeah, you see, above that cloud with that 1-up is actually where the third green star is located. So you are essentially required to not only grab yourself the cloud power-up, then go past not only this first area, but also the firewalls area as well. And to also get past the fallen meteors, and also the multiple lava pools, that those meteors, that the meteors create. But yeah, so that you can actually keep the clouds with you that you actually are gonna need if you want to be able to, if you want to actually be able to reach that green star. So yeah, this one definitely requires a lot more work too. So can I skip past the checkpoint? Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually possible that you can actually skip past that checkpoint. Yeah, because if you just happen to die here, then you essentially start or back at that checkpoint, and essentially you are essentially required for you to restart the whole entire mission again, so then you can at least get it. Now, thankfully, you only really need to keep one cloud with you if you actually feel like using up at least 2 of your clouds. Because with Luigi, it's actually possible for you to actually get it. Because it is actually possible. Oh god! Oh god, I was way too close. As I was saying, it is actually possible for you to get this, even with just one cloud. And there we go. See? Yeah, so essentially, as long as you have just one cloud on you, then you should be fine. Or even better, if you just happen to be playing as Luigi, so then you'll be able to get much more height with your backflip. So then you essentially are required for you to only have one cloud on you, always. But anyways, with that said, that's Shiverburn done too. And with that said, everyone, that's all we're gonna do for this part. And so to the next part, I'll see you guys next time.